Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Retro Nate, and today we're going through another NES game, maybe the NES game that really needs to be represented on this channel. The GOAT, the Jordan, the Gretzky, the Tiger Woods, whatever you want to call it. We are going to be tackling the original packing game for the NES, Super Mario Brothers, and I'm going to be showing you what I believe is the right way to beat this game, if you want to honor it the way that it should be. Real quick, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and check us out. We've been putting out walkthroughs for the last like 6+ months now. We got about 40 games on the channel, and it is just going to continue to grow as we work through every game in the North American library. To all the new subscribers out there, thank you so much for your support off of the last video, and we are going to get right back to it and dive in today. So without any more delay, the most iconic video game in NES history, Super Mario Brothers. Is it the greatest? Yes, in my opinion. Is it the best? Not necessarily. And there is a subtle difference between the two, in my opinion, but we'll get more into that when we eventually rank this game. But this is it, man. Like anyone that had an NES, anyone that had you know, in the 80s when you were growing up and you finally got a Nintendo, you convinced your parents to get you a Nintendo. This was the pack-in game. This was the one that introduced you to the Nintendo Entertainment System. And it's the most, in my opinion, there is no at-home gaming industry that doesn't stand on the shoulders of this game that we're about to play today. So incredibly influential game. There's our start screen, and really the way that we've got to do this one today, I'll get into it as we go through it. But there is a particular way I think it's important to beat this game, to honor it, you know, and give it its appropriate respect. So without waiting any further, let's dive in. And there it is. The iconic music that has been done and redone and done again. And there we have it. Starting right off, get yourself a mushroom. In this game, as I've found, you know, I've going back into it, it's not the easiest game to get through, actually. Like, I've seen people speed run this game, and they make it look like it's the simplest thing in the world. It's not really. Little hidden one up there. I could have gone in a pipe back there if I wanted to, but I want to get Fire Flower and a couple power-ups, and I'd rather do that going this way. Because I want to keep this Fire Flower as long as possible. Fire Flower is our best friend in this game. To be able to shoot some of these enemies and not have to confront them is very, very nice. Very enjoyable for us. So, all right, I probably missed something else, stars, whatever. I'm not worried about getting every item, okay? As I play this game, and maybe as you guys play this, like, you know, you see these 100% runs or speed runs or whatever, and it's like, you feel like it's maybe gate kept a little bit. Like, that's the only way that you're supposed to beat the game. No, you can beat it however you want. And truly, even in the midst of me sharing that there is one way to honor beating the game, beat it whatever way you want. But there is a way that I like to go through this game that I think that really appreciates all that it had to offer. So we're through 1-1 fairly easily. Not too much to contend with there, and that's probably the most played level in NES history. So at that point, you're probably not too unfamiliar with how to get through there. There are a couple of different things we're going to touch on here in World 1-2. First thing here, I'm going to go ahead and not wait. I'm not going to mess around and not get coins if I have the opportunity to get coins, because those extra lives prove to be pretty valuable in this game. So every 100 coins being 100 or being a new extra life, I'm going to take that opportunity if I get it. You know, if it's an extra few seconds to bank that kind of security for later, then we'll do it. All right, grab ourselves a power up here if we need it. I don't, but I wanted to show you where that was. Now we're going to run and jump, go up here because we get ourselves an extra life. So you want to hit this brick. Oh. Well, never mind. Don't follow what I was saying there. But the brick at the ceiling right here underneath this spot is an extra life that you can go grab if you're not a total doof like me and falling there. Now, you can either crack that brick next to it, or you can chase the extra life along the ceiling until you get to this point, at which point it will fall down and you can collect it. So those are your options. Now, here is the first part where my way of going through this game departs from how you all do it. I'm not warping. We weren't never meant to climb on ceilings. If we were, you'd be in the ceiling right now. You're not. We're supposed to be on the ground and going through pipes like respectable human beings. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to warp in World 1-2. If you do go on the ceiling there, you can warp to Worlds 2, 3, and 4. Many of us have done that. It's been done to death in terms of the publicity around that warp. However, we are not going to use that today. What we are going to do is honor Mario, Super Mario, and all, really, the Koopa Troopa brothers that sit here manning their posts in castles 1 through 7 that never get told if you warp that the battle's over. that it's done. Because all that happens is you warp from World 4, and then you warp to World 8, and then it's over. And all you've done is kill King Koopa. All 7 of his other minions are sitting there trying their best to hold down the fort and win this battle against Mario. Nobody tells them. Nobody tells them. You kill King Koopa and it's over. They're just, I can only imagine they've been standing there since 1985 because no one's ever bothered to go through and actually finish them. So we're going to do that today. We're going to take you through every level without warping. That's a power up there if you need it. I don't. I'm still holding the fire flower. So we'll just cook through these little fireball swirly things. These things stunk as a kid. I hated those. A couple of hidden coins down here if you're dying to get them. There's also a second row up top at an angle here. I'll show you. Like over there. Next to each one of those. But really, if you have the fire flower at this point, we're just going to hang back and hit him 5 times. Makes it nice and easy. He turns into a weird Goomba. You get the axe. If you want to run under him and grab the axe, you can. But that is how to get through castle number 1. Fairly simple. And we are well on our way now to a warpless run of Mario 1. Into World 2 now. Some of you guys may have, playing this game as a kid, you were like, you know what, we got to try this without warping. We got to do this without warping. And what you realize after trying that is that there are some really cool levels in this game if you do that. As I was going through and kind of practicing runs for this video, I was realizing there were a lot of levels that I never gave their, whoops, I should have gone up there. A lot of levels that I never gave their due credit. And I'm glad I went back to do this to highlight that. Okay, there is one thing you must do every time you get to the beanstalk. Some of you may know what this is, but this is absolutely crucial if you want to play this game the right way. Get on the beanstalk, go to the top and hold up. Because if you don't do the beanstalk dance, I'm not even sure why you're here. Everyone I know did that. Everyone I know. And we all thought it was the coolest thing. I remember my brother and sister and I laughing so much, thinking that was the funniest thing, making him dance. I'm doing a horrible job with these coins. There we go. Got those, though. Getting close to an extra life from said coin acquisition. Oh, I'm not going to get that. But like I said, man, Fire Flower is it here. Okay? Onto the trampoline, running and jumping, and over the flagpole. Look, there are so many secrets in this game. There are pipes to go down. There are hidden areas that you can get to. I'm not going to get to all of them in this run through. Okay, it's going to be the way that I've kind of gone through this game. And my goal here is just to, as we go through all of these games, my goal here is just to provide a kind of a layperson's avenue of how to get through this game and put it on your list of games that you've finished. So I would imagine most people watching this have finished this game in some way, but if you've not done it warpless, maybe that is something that's eluded you, because the warp from World 4 and World 8, definitely make this game a lot easier, and maybe it's something that you never thought to go back and try. But it is pretty satisfying to get through this. And I gotta say, as I'm playing through this game, it really does hold up pretty well. The controls are smooth. It's still very familiar. There's not, it's not glitchy. It's really just a nice, they did a good job with putting together a game that really invites people into the NES, and making this the packing game was great. This was, as I've described it, I think this game is perfect for showing somebody who's never played the system how to get them familiar with the controls, how to get them familiar with some common themes in NES games like power-ups and added abilities and, running and jumping even, like that's present in so many other games, and how jumping height increases as you're running, stuff like that. Like all those mechanics that are present in a lot of other games are present here, and they give you good, this is a good training exposure basically for that. Okay, this level, we just cook, man. We are just running. And if you run and jump appropriately, gosh, they're making it tough on me, you can get all the way to this power-up without getting hit. Now from here, okay, if you can run and jump there, it makes it a lot less stressful. Ooh, I got lucky on that little jump. Now we're going to slow it down because of these 3 jumps here. I prefer to just do walking jumps here. If you can run and jump, you are a better person than me. But running through most of that level is what makes it a little bit easier to take, because those fish never stop. They're brutal. And we are now to the castle in World 2. I don't think I've gotten them yet, but if you finish the level with either 1, 3, or 6 on the clock on your timer, you will get some fireworks at the end of the level, each of which is worth 500 points, I believe. Points mean nothing. It's kind of like whose line is it anyway? So, oops. I thought better of it in midair. Didn't commit. Not the best. Not the best. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's recollect our power up here. You must negotiate the Pootaboos. Otherwise, all is lost. Okay. I like to take the bottom route here. That's happened, folks. That is something I have appreciated from some commenters. And I don't know if it's... I don't think it's backhanded, but it is appreciated when they're like, I like how you leave your deaths in your walkthroughs. Here's the thing. I don't have clean ones. I can't... You're acting as though I have an option. All right, we've made it here. Wait until he jumps. And book it. Get out of there. All right, 2 castles down. Again, Toad. Toad is... But look what would happen. These Koopa brothers, these King Koopa brothers, or siblings of some kind, would be sitting there forever with no word that the battle is over. If you warp from 4 to 8. Okay. Up on top to grab our last power-up. We need this flower. Okay, we are back, baby. Now, there is a, like, unlimited one-up secret at the end of this level. It happens when you jump on... I think there's a... I'm sure there's a pipe I've missed already. Oh my gosh. You can only have 2 fire things on the screen at one time. Oh man, and I'm going to miss this too. This is very upsetting. Why am I even... There we go. There is an unlimited life sort of power-up at the end of this level. If you jump on the Koopa Troopa at the end of the level on the stairs and then like bounce on him a little bit. There's a beanstalk back there I missed. But I don't know how to pull that off every time. I will give it a shot. If I happen to luck into it, great. But I don't know how to pull that off every time. So if anyone in the comments, when I get to that point, man, I am doing a great job of making this harder on myself, aren't I? This part right here. I think, yeah, no, I just got myself killed. That's really what happened there. Okay. I don't know if you have to be on a particular step or what it has to be, but that is the spot where you can get yourself a bank of unlimited lives, should you choose. Okay, let's start doing this a little bit better because it is a walkthrough and this has been very sloppy to this point. We're in 3-1. Maybe I should do a little less talking and a little less talk and a lot more action. How about that? Get up here. Get our beanstalk. We could use it. We need the extra lives. We must dance. The other option of this dance, too, is if you jump inside the beanstalk. Hang on, I'll show you. If you jump in it from the top. Hang on. Oh, that's super fast. There we go. I was in there. Come on, this is important. This is how it happens. Come on. Get in there! There it is. Oh! If you can jump into the middle of the beanstalk and then hammer on the A button. That's the other way to dance like a weirdo. Okay. Gotta bank some coins because I've been sitting here dilly-dallying around. There's an old person term for you. And not doing what I'm supposed to. Alright, little running action. Good deal. Okay, a few coins. Got them in the bank. Let's get this level finished. We've been sitting here messing around on World 3 for far too long. Yeah, somewhere here you can get yourself 1,000,000 lives. Like this. I don't know how. There's a way to like bounce on it 1,000,000 times to get lives. I don't know. We're not going to spend time on that, but apparently that's where it is. If you guys know how to do that in the comments, feel free to let me know. And everyone else. All right, we got to pick it up here. We have been really sloppy in our go here. Okay, clear out all those enemies. Let's get ourselves a flower. Come on. There we go. Now we are cooking. Let's hold this thing and not be a goofus. That was a bad idea. Get us a star. All right. When you get the star, you cook. Loving that. Loving that. Making this level much easier as long as you can run with that star. Okay, beautiful. We're back on track, but is it too bright back here? Get a little bit of that. Let's get a little bit of that light dumbed down. It's starting to get a little sunnier outside, which is good. I'm not upset about that. Level 3-3. All right. Oh, this was a cool one. I always like these levels that have the like the grass, sort of the grass plateaus here and platforms. Kind of fun to go through. Those will drop as you land on them, and then you got the little pulley system. Oh, we got ourselves an extra life. Talk to me about that. Skipping over a few coins here because I'm really just interested in moving now. I think I've kind of waited around a little bit too long and made this game tougher than it should be. Quickly traversing through level 3-3 and now into the third castle. Because we have to kill all of the minions first. We have to dump all of these bodies into the lava. It's really morbid when you say it that way. But we do have to dump all these bodies into the chasm. One more of these? Okay, we snuck through that. Little power up here if you need it. Now we're going to do our running leaps through these. And then, whoa. I like to knock it out of control at that point if I don't have to. Okay, got our fire flower. We're going to be in good shape here. There we go. He turns into a beetle. And off we go. 3 castles down. After a little bit of a hiccup in the run, we are back now. Now we're going to get to a level that's much more familiar to most of you, which is level 4, World 4, I should say. World 4-1, which is where you warp to the first time. So this is the level you must actually clear when you warp. And I got news for you. I run through this whole thing. And anytime I run into a question block, I try to jump. Obviously a pit as well, because there is one point where there is a question block. But if you time your jumps, you can go over those piranha plants too. There's the spot where you have to jump up on top. We got one more leap here. Little leap there. And boom. We're through. Don't make it harder than it is. Know what I mean? All right. Through level 4-1. Now we're going to get to the other level that most of you are probably familiar with, which is 4-2, which is where we did the warp to World 8 a million times as kids. But we're not doing that today. We've got to finish this thing 100%. All right, the jump that gave us all nightmares. I like to just get to the leftmost part of here, hold run, and you can build up enough momentum to jump over that part without trying to balance on that little skinny platform. Okay. I always used to remember, too, I would like try to build like little cityscapes in here. Am I the only loser that did this? I would be like, oh, this is a cool way to make it. Whatever. What am I doing? Okay. Now, jumping over this platform, this is where the warp is, right? We all remember these hidden coins, and you jump up here, and there's a beanstalk that's going to take you up to warp area. If you just pop that on. However, we're not doing that today. I'm not interested. What I want to do is jump up here and make it a little bit easier on me. Don't have to go through all that stuff. There are 2 spots now that I can run along the ceiling. And then here is where I would drop down if I don't want to warp. Because if I continue going along the ceiling there, I am going to end up in a different warp zone that lets me go to worlds 5, 6, and 7. And I'll show you that when we get there. Which is right here. It's actually not too far away from what we were doing. So if you could also get up there from here if you chose. If you're still Super Mario at that point and not little. But we're going to go through the pipe and finish this thing 100%. So 4-2 is now in the books. No fireworks. No fanfare for what we've done here. 4-3 is a fun level. They start to introduce a little bit different graphics on these platforms. This is actually, I think these like toad platforms are kind of the, or mushroom platforms are kind of the thing that you see when you get to the warp zone before warping to World 8 in that last level, should you choose to. Mind the pulley system, and then if you just do some running jumps here, you can clear to the next platform as you need. Just have to raise it up a little bit and then walk through. Just kind of hang on here for a sec. Walk through, and there you go. Don't need to run through much of this, though, and that's it. Really it. There are just a few pulleys. Wait till this is at the top, get a running start, and $5 grand off the flagpole. Again, points don't matter, so I'm not really sure what we're doing here unless you're going... This was in the era of NES games, though, where high score was... I mean, because remember, arcade games, it was all about high score. That was all we cared about, and so NES ports that came back, high score was very big. That was important for them. We're going to take the top road here. This is actually a maze castle. So if you take the top, the second portion of this becomes different. You see now we have the lava, and then you want to take the bottom when we get to this section. There are some flamey circles, so do mind that, but top and then bottom for this little maze area. If you take the wrong path, it will just repeat that section of the castle on you. So if you wait here, oh boy, just draw him out and then hang back here. There we go. And then he's gone. And then jump over where the Poodaboo was. And we are halfway through. 4-4 is done. Toad getting rescued. Think of how many toads were left unrescued because of the warps. It's really egregious. Now we get into worlds that are kind of tough. World 5 is no joke. You're going to start to encounter Bullet Bill here, and they really ramp up the difficulty in these worlds. I don't know if it's just because we're not as familiar with them, maybe that's the case for me, but I do find that these levels tend to take my lunch money a little bit. Having the fire flower certainly helps, and we're going to get ourselves a star as well, which is going to help, but you still do have to mind the pits that are out here and don't want to rush through too much. But the more bullet bills you have to encounter, the worse. I'm sure there are pipes I can go down. I'm just not interested, frankly. I want to get through this game. I don't want to necessarily worry about more coins. At this point, I just am interested in not losing lives. So rather than exploring what those are, I'm sure there's another walkthrough that takes you through 100% of where these pipes are. Mine's just to get you through the game. World 5 2. We only have 4 lives left, too. Like, extra lives are not aplenty in this game. So do be conscious of that. All right. Up we go. I think if we go here... Whoops. Let's get him out of there. I think we've got a power-up somewhere. Right there on the end is your power-up if you need it. Oh, and we need it because this dude stinks. I hate the Hammer Brother. I gotta get in close. There we go. If you don't have that, good luck. I hate the Hammer Brothers when you just have to jump on them. They're brutal. So maintaining a fire flower through this section is of high import because there are a few of them that you're going to encounter in this area, and they're not simple. Okay, give ourselves a little running leap over that. Up we go over you, Bullet Bill. Don't fire at us. Yep, more Hammer Brothers. Gotcha. Then we'll wait down here. Boom. Oh, no. Falling? Gotcha. Another power-up somewhere? Yep, right here. Little star. We're going to let that go down the pit. Now, you might think, hey, that was a terrible strategy. No. That was actually what you want to do. Not quite. Sorry. Missed that. And cost me my flower, which stinks. But I think I am through all of the other concerning things here. All right. Straight jump over here. I'm not going to worry about going up top. I can stomp on him, but now we're just going to climb to the end. There we go. We'll get a flower soon enough to recharge, but moving swimmingly through. Now we're through 5-2. Now 5-3, is 5-3 where we get ourselves a repeat? It is. This is a repeat of World 1-3, only we have Bullet Bill that is going to be littered throughout this level as well, and the platforms are a little smaller, so that makes life a little bit tougher for us as we go through here. Key on this one is really just take your time. You don't want to invite, like, Bullet Bill comes in the same rhythm all the time, so don't invite one where you're not sure where he's showing up first. Like, don't jump onto a platform if, you know, he just has disappeared and you're not sure where the next one is coming. Leave yourself enough room to deal with that is all. Okay. Like that. Like, literally what I just said is a bad idea. All right. I got to see if I can get myself some momentum to actually run and get on this platform. Oh, that is tough. You got to get to the leftmost point of that platform. Otherwise, you won't get enough running momentum to get to the other one. That is... I'm not following my own advice at all. Hey, we got there. Doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't want to know how the sausage is made, okay? 5-3 is done. Up to 5-4. We're going to put this poor Koopa out of his misery. Again, a repeat of a previous level with some added difficulty. This is going to be the repeat of castle number 2. There's a power up there. I don't like going near it with all of the with the larger flame rod looking to take us down. This is where my anxiety level likes to increase a little bit as we go through this game. But we will just take our time going through those sections. This is familiar, at least, because it is World 1-2. Now, this one is cooking. I think that little rod is going a lot faster than it once was. All right, let's go through here. Lots of traps to get caught in here. But if we can get to the end, maybe break a few bricks, give ourselves some jumping room, just in case, like that. Boy, I am just not doing things well. Okay, wait for the Poodoo to go, and then World 5 is now complete. We have rescued our 5th toad. Sort of like a toddler's dream if they go down to the pond to rescue 5 toads. Now World 6. World 6 is a world that I probably have the least amount of exposure to in my history of playing this game, and I gotta say, it's really interesting. It's pretty well designed. You do have to deal with a couple of enemies that are annoying, like Lakitu up there, dropping spinies on you, but it's unique. I like the nighttime dark setting, time setting for this one. Kind of reminiscent of World 3, but lots more piranha plants in here. They're going to give you a lot more of the enemies you've come to know. And I don't know, just unique. I think it's just the fact that I haven't played it as much makes it kind of fun. 6-1, not too much to it. As long as you can take out Lakitu early, you can give yourself nice space there to get through 6-1 pretty unscathed. I think 6-2 is the one that's littered with piranha plants. So lots of pipes that potentially you could go down. I'm not particularly interested. I just want to get through this one. Yeah, I think this is Pipe World, basically. So every one of the Mario games has seemingly had one of these piranha plant heavy levels in it. And I don't know, it's fun. I also like that they're rhythmic and you don't have as much to figure out when getting through them. And that you can shoot them. It does make it a lot easier, especially if you have the fire flower. There are probably a million pipes I'm missing. I think the Mario purists are probably having some sort of an aneurysm based on the way that I'm playing this game. And to you, I say, let it go. It's okay. We're going to be just fine. What's really important is that we're enjoying NES content together. Well, enjoying might be a loose term, but still, we're playing NES content together and hopefully honoring a game that deserves to be remembered for its influence on the gaming industry. All right, get rid of that thing. One more plant. Okay, good. Got through Piranha Plant World here, and now into what I think is my favorite level of the game because it's standalone and very unique, which is 6-3, and it is all grayed out. Which I don't know did you guys even know that Mario had an entire gray level? You might not have. This was not a highly played level when we were kids and playing this game because it was one of the ones that we sacrificed when we would warp. So off we go, playing World 6-3, which has a great many moving platforms and pits for you to go through. I mean, it's not Mario Maker. I know that they have made just insane difficult levels on games like this now, but this was what we had back in the day, and this was the framework for it. So really does say something that even 35 years later, whoa, well, I have no chance, do I? Can I run and get up on that? Oh, I can, because he's Super Mario. He's not just normal Mario, he's super. That's how you get out of that in case you missed the platform. But think about that, we've got Mario levels that are being made now 35, 40 years later to just show some of the influence that this game has. Really incredible. All right, we have another carbon copy castle. This time it is Castle 1, but significantly more difficult. As you see, I just jump right into an enemy just to show you how much more difficult it is. I gotta wait for the timing here. Come on. There we go. And yeah, so we're gonna make our way through. It's the exact same as Castle 1, just lots more enemies and pitfalls to worry about. And these flame rods as well, which are no fun to time. But there is a safe spot, like, right in the middle. Okay. And if you go there, you're okay. All right. Can still get the coins if you want to. I don't really care to. Just the bottom row. All right, now we got to worry about this Koopa that has hammers. But He also jumps in a very similar rhythm and is easy enough to run under if you don't have the Fire Flower. Would recommend the Fire Flower there, though. Obviously, he's got way more things that he can throw at you. But we were big. We could even take a hit there, so not the end of the world if we did so. World 7, we got 8 levels left. More bullet bills to worry about here. Level 7 is, it's chock full of things. And I think, yeah, power up is here. Well, how the heck am I supposed to get that? All right, we're just going to wait for the next one. If it's a mushroom, it helps. Woo, look at us threading the needle. Hello, how do you do? I mean, loaded, right? Lots to worry about here. Now we got Hammer Brothers. Get close to the Hammer Brothers if they're on your same level, and they'll throw the hammers right over you. Do be aware that they... be aware that they can jump down 2 levels, which is no bueno if you are under them and think that you are protected simply by them. Now, oh, come on. You got nothing for me? That is lame. I really thought that there was something there. They can jump down 2 levels and you don't want to be directly under them. Or if you are directly under them, just be aware that they can possibly fire one. That I thought I was dead there. Thought I was dead. Thought I was dead there too. But I'm in fact, woo! I'm okay. That seems very unfair. Seems very unfair how that all unfolded. I'd like to have a word with somebody. Come on, there's nothing here. This level stinks. It stinks. We have to find a way to get some power-ups between now and 8-2, or 8-3, because that's no bueno. All right, lost a few there. We lost some men there, but we made it to the castle. Let's see if we can find something in 7-2. Is this our swimming redo? I think it is. Swimming redo. So no power-ups in this level at all, and way more enemies, but it is a carbon copy of 2-2. Now, if you walk on the ground as just regular Mario, these bloopers cannot get you. They will try swimming. Oh boy, and move away from you before they hit the very ground level that you're on. So just be aware of that as a technique as well. That if you're walking on the ground, these bloopers cannot harm you. Now they can follow you. They can make your life miserable with trying to get off the ground, but they can't hit you there. Or for that matter, if you're ducking as Super Mario. Okay, this is the one that I can't stand. He takes a while to get through, and you really have to make sure timing-wise this makes sense. Move him this way. All right, good. Jam on that A button, swim along, try to take the top route here, walk under him. Okay, whew. Lots of things to negotiate in that level. Don't love it myself because, again, no power-ups there either, so not the most fun to go through. Okay, now we are moving to World 7-3, which is a copy of World 2-3 with the fish that go crazy. So we got to do that now. But there is a power-up in here which we're going to have to snag so that we don't run out of lives here. All right, run here. Do watch out for the Koopa Troopas that you now have that like to make life even worse for you entirely. Okay, I'm in real trouble here. Okay, am I great? I am great. I am great. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. Gosh darn it, people like me. Okay, up we go. Balls! Sorry. Blinded by a small amount of rage there. Number one job here is get through the level. Really wanted to have some power-ups, but we're going to have to find those in other spots. Okay, we have done it. World 7. We're in the castle. We have 5 lives left. Gotta get ourselves power-ups. Gotta get power-ups. But we'll get there. Mushroom and flower are a must. All right, level 7. A unique castle that we have not seen. Sinking platforms to start. Now what you need to do... Oh, shoot. Is it top first? Top, middle... top? See if I have that right. I might be completely wrong. Bottom, middle, top? Let me see which one it is. It's bottom, middle, top. Sorry. I thought it was top, middle, top. Bottom, middle, top to start. Another maze castle that you have to worry. Now you're going to go top, middle, top. That's the one. And then it's confirmed by some fireballs being shot at you, I think. Yep, there we go. So it's bottom, middle, top, and then top, middle, top. Those are your 2 paths. Get there. 2 paths through World 7 is... it's another maze castle, so if you don't go through those paths exactly, it'll repeat the section, and basically you're fighting against the clock in those sections because of the different combinations of paths you can go through. And now we've done it. World 8-1. So we are approaching King Koopa's castle now. Our job here, obviously don't die, but also going to make sure that we can find mushrooms or flowers. Now, there are no midway points for you to take advantage of here. I'm pretty sure this is a duck down place. Yeah, this one I might need. Is there a mushroom here or no? I think it's just a 10 coiner here. Okay, well, we'll get the coins if nothing else. There are no halfway points in World 8, so if you die, you will go back to the beginning of the level, which is, of course, fun. Get out of the way. All right. And there are some jumps here that cause some people some major stresses in life. What I'm going to do is let this guy bounce around and then fall down a cliff on his own, and I'm going to draw out the next one. There we go. They're going to both fall down cliffs eventually. He survives for one more cycle, and then we'll run across these pits. One more, and down he goes. Okay. Then if you run through, it's like the third brick in is a star, and that is key for this level. Because you want to run through these. Big jump here. Slow down on the piranha plants if you need to, but you want to clear as much ground as you can with that star so that you're not contending with some of these things. All right, the worst jump in the game, right here. Oh, gosh, hate that. Got to hit that single brick. We are running out of time, so you really don't have a lot to play with here, but don't let it stress you out. Take your time. Get through without sacrificing a life to the Mario gods. And we are through 8-1. That's rough. That level is pretty tough. With no halfway point to go through and a pretty oppressive clock, shout to you if you can get through that one pretty easily. Okay. We're going this way. Spiny's got to get removed. I'm going to jump onto the third block here so that we're safe. And then we're going to hop on him. Gosh, I got lucky that was okay. Is there something here? There's got to be like a mushroom or something here. I need something. But there is an extra life here, which is nice. So if you trampoline into that and then follow it along, if you can survive, which is not always the easiest, but run to the end and... Oh, man, you gotta be kidding! Well, that wasn't it. If you're better than me... How was I gonna get through that? Okay. Got a little out over my skis there. Let's try this again. Onto the third brick. That's where you're safe from this Koopa Troopa. And then you gotta watch out for Spiny. He throws one more, and then you stomp on him. Okay. Up there, no problem. There's something over here, isn't there? Oh, I thought there was. Maybe I'm an idiot. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something obvious there. Felt like there was a power-up or something I could get. All right, we're going to go over here. Jump over him. Ooh, okay, there we go. Over, under. Now we get ourselves our lives back. So now we're playing with house money, which is fine. How did I survive that? There's a mushroom here, and I need it. Oh, goodness gracious. Not there. There might be more. I don't know. I don't particularly care. I just want to move through here without dying. It's like the goal of scuba diving. Really, just don't die. There's a fish. There's a rock. Who cares? Don't die. I don't want to die. Okay. The worst jump in the game. All the way to the left side. Hold B. Run. And then leap as you run over that pit. The worst. The worst. But we're almost there. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. That was unforeseen. Okay. For the love. Little momentum there. Okay. Obviously, I have this completely under control. As you can see as I'm playing, really no concern. This should be taken as a tutorial, not a grown man who has just eclipsed 40, clinging for dear life at every turn. As I go through the original pack-in game that the NES had to offer, it's certainly not that. So just get that out of your mind right now. Okay, 8-3. Push close, got a couple of Hammer Bros here, and there is a power-up for you to get if you're quick about it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, the sweet nectar of the Fire Flower is going to save us. Litter this level. Oh, no! No good! No good! This is no good. This is no good. Okay. Tell me that there are multiple power-ups for me to get here. Got one. Give me something else. I need something. I need something. Yep, hit him. Do they not get hit by shells? That seems... Oh! All right. I got cheesed on them not getting hurt by shells, but clearly there are enough power-ups to get a fire flower if we are sharp. So that's my recommended way. I thought I was going to get through by, hitting a shell into them. If you guys can tell me why those didn't kill the Hammer Brothers, I'm all ears. But that seems really unfair how that all went down. Okay, where's our mushroom? Here it is. Okay, got our mushroom. We got to survive one more of these without getting hit by that stupid Bullet Bill that took out our firepower last time. We got one more set of Hammer Brothers to go. Nope. No. Ain't no way. All right, get me in. I hate everything. I hate it. Oh, this level stinks. Apparently, we can't kick a turtle shell, a Koopa shell, into a Hammer Brother. We're going to see if that holds up, because it seems wrong. No, it goes right through him. There's just no way. This game is unbeatable. Unbeatable. Dance? Come on, you gotta be jumping! Come on, it's a walkthrough, Nate. Come on. Dozens of people are watching. Don't fold now. This is what it's like when we're live, guys. If you think that this is enjoyable to you, first of all, you're sadistic. Second, we do this live on Tuesday nights, and we play through some of the longer games. If you ever want to join us to get these reactions, you're welcome to. In the meantime, just enjoy the sadistic walkthrough of this game as I continue to struggle. Come on. Oh, come here. Come here, you sweet son of a gun. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Now you're all in big, big trouble. Oh, did you get burned by the fireball, Hammer Brother? Oh, I'm so sorry. I hate them so much. Same way that you climb the stairs in 8-1, but now we're approaching the final castle. Okay, you might have seen me at my darkest there. I apologize. Oh boy, it got dark outside. Now look at this. It looks like I'm sitting in the dark here. Hang on. Let a little bit more light in. Okay, 8-4, the final. 400 seconds on the clock. We get that time to get through another maze that this castle has to offer. So do pay attention. I'm littering the ground with fireballs because there are a few enemies here that you got to worry about. Now there is a platform down here in the lava that you need to take, and this is the pipe that you need to go down to get started. So the one right past the lava is the one. If you go down the wrong pipe, you will end up back at start or back at the previous section that you were in. So do take note of where you're supposed to go. We have to get up to that pipe up there, and to do so, maybe I could hit one Koopa with a fireball. Okay, there's a hidden coin there. Sorry, my apologies as we go through this walkthrough. Do note that this game stinks, and now you have flying fish, but you only have to go here before you're in the next section that you need to be. Now we're going to swim for a little bit. We're going to maintain our fireball because we have suffered enough, especially through 8-3. We're going to shoot that blooper. Again, he cannot hurt you if you're ducking on the ground. But I have a fireball, and I'm going to hurt him. Obviously, the fire does not get extinguished underwater. That would be, physics. So we're not going to do that. We are in the last section now. This is it. When I tell you That's a sub alert. Thank you to whoever just subbed. I thought I had turned that off, but I guess not. When I tell you the excitement that I experienced playing this game as a 4-year-old and beating King Koopa and getting that axe and walking in here and seeing a princess, it was unrivaled. I sat up in my bed as a child feeling like I had beaten the world. And I gotta tell you, even doing this now, it does feel just a sliver of that. There's just a little bit of it left where you remember what it was like when you finally got through Super Mario Brothers. In my opinion, the most influential NES game of all time, possibly in the Mount Rushmore of video games of all time. And it's still very rewarding. It's still very exciting to do this. Now, you can press the B button to select a world, and you can go back through a second quest where the Goombas are turned into Buzzy Beetles, and platforms are smaller, and things are faster, so you get a chance to replay it again. But that's it. We made it through Super Mario Brothers, not without its bit of treachery and a little bit of a hiccup there in World 8.3, but that's how we do it, is we get through every world and every level without warping to honor the greatest game on the NES. Guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, first of all, go kick rocks. But second, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. Like you guys did last time, if you leave a comment that just says thanks, really helps the algorithm push this out to more people. A like on the video, a comment, any engagement like that, that is totally free. That helps the channel. I really appreciate it. You guys have yourselves a good day, and we will see you back here for the next one.